it's me. If this is the third time of you joining this live, there's a reason for that. It's because it's the third time I've had to go live. Don't know quite what's been happening with my YouTube streaming, but there we are. So hopefully someone will find me, and we will be playing with the Elephant Parade bundle. It's all a bit weird. First of all, it went live without me actually asking it to go live, and then when I tried to go live properly, one of the cameras froze, so I had to reboot. So yeah. Hello Claire, sorry if you've tried to find me a few times, or I'm just now adding stickers to the back of my stamp set, which I would have been doing earlier had things gone according to plan. Hello Carol. So I have got a couple of stickers still to add, but it's fine. We're here. We're here. Hello Carol from Washington. I'm thinking state, not DC. Maybe. If anyone joined me just before 12 UK time for the catalogue walkthrough with the retiring list, this is the same cup of coffee and it's still warm. So if you wanted to know whether the new Stamping Up tumblers keep things warm, they do. I'm not saying it's hot, but it's certainly not cold. I'm going to pop that out of the way because it is now finished. So, it's been an interesting last few minutes. Really don't know what was going on there. I do now know that my Paradise Palm video has had its private lock removed. I've had an email from YouTube apologising. Let me find it because it was just classic. So, where is it? Where did you go? There we are. I have good news. Hello, Leslie. From 12:06. You must be up late. Or not. So yes, I have good news. The issue you've been facing has been fixed. There was a bug affecting videos that were mistakenly locked as private, but the engineers looked into the issue and a fix was rolled out. Hurrah! I've checked your video and it appears that the forced private has been lifted. Please try changing your video visibility and choose basically whatever I want. So yes, it's fixed. So if anyone has been waiting to see the replay of the Paradise Palm video that I did last week, it is now there. Right. So I am going to be playing with the Elephant Parade stamp set bundle. I have now got the dies. I forgot to order them first time round. I thought I'd ordered the bundle and I had only ordered the stamp set. My mistake. Anyway, let's flip the camera down and you can see some really boring stuff on my desk, like a scrap of paper. So I've got my Elephant Parade stamp set. I have also brought out Speedy Recovery, and there's a reason for that. I'm not going completely mad, just slightly. I know, Priscilla, I'm sure, as they say. What was slightly confusing was that I think they actually fixed it a couple of days ago. They just hadn't told anyone. So we didn't know that we had to go in and mark it as public. Anyway, so Elephant Parade is on page 48. Now, I want to see if I can replicate this sample here, which is on page 49. Now, I do not have the Simply Fabulous stamp set, which is apparently what they've got going on behind here. So I'm going to use the flower bouquet from Speedy Recovery. Go figure. You've been watching the tennis from Paris. Ah, okay. Fair enough. So, I need some circle dies, which I'm going to use Stylish Shapes. Oh, what's that? Okay, nothing important is the answer to that question. So I'm going to die cut a circle to pop everything on. And I'm going to use, although this I think would go through my mini cutter, I am going to use the, actually it's probably better to use this piece over there. I'm going to use my magnetic sheet cutting mat thing. Because, as I know I keep saying this, I want to see just how good it is over time. So, and I'm actually going to do a, should I die cut a couple while I'm at it? I might die cut a couple while I am at it. There is some logic, not much. So, for my magnetic base, I need my thick base, my number 1. I need my magnetic plate, which is number 5, and I need 1 cutting plate. Hello, Helen. The instructions that come with the magnetic plate say you also need the thin shim, which is number 2, I think. You don't. If you do use that, you will find that well, I doubt you'll be able to get it through your cut and emboss. Just saying. So there's 1. As I say, I'm going to try doing a couple purely because I'm thinking that I want cat hair, there's a surprise, that I might make a boy and a girl version. Hello, Candy! I'm going to make a boy and a girl version of this card because I want to have a couple of versions made for potential new births. No one I know. Hello, Rita. No, you're not late. Apart from anything else, I've had a nightmare going live. It's just been an interesting afternoon. Now, anyone who is in Europe, particularly if you are English speaking and in Europe, so in one of the Stamping Up countries in Europe, if you want to see what's discounted in the spring-summer catalogue, the January to June, you can see that in the video I did earlier this morning with the retiring list. So do by all means go and have a look at that later. The same things are retiring, and I suspect the same things will have a discount, but they may not have the same discount because it does depend on your market as to how well things have been selling, etc., etc. Right, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'll show you what I'm doing actually, because I did sort of show you, but then sort of didn't. So we're on page 40, I think. Can't remember. I think we're on page, oh no, 48. Well, 49 actually. So I'm going to try and replicate this-ish. I'm going to put my own spin on it, obviously. But I want this build-up of flora and fauna. Certainly for one of the cards that I'm going to make. Probably for the girl version. So, as I say, I do not have the foliage one that the stamp that they've used. So I'm going to use Speedy Recovery's Bouquet. And I'm going to stamp it a couple of times in Memento, and then I am going to fussy cut it. I haven't done any fussy cutting for a while, so I feel I'm entitled. No, actually I'm going to bring one of these scraps back out from my bin because it's big enough to do what I need to do. Right, scrap of paper. Let's just ink that up a bit more. So, what I want to make sure is that the foliage is not on this cut piece. So I want the foliage towards the edge. I might be able to get a couple in there. Because I'm then going to use some of this, or probably all of this, for the foliage in the background of my elephant. Words. Who knew that there were such a thing? Anywho, so having a real struggle with my words today. I think it's because I've already done a live video, but you never know. Right, so that's those two stamped. Let's get rid of that. While I've got my stamp out, or my ink out rather, I'm going to get the sitting elephant and mount him up. He's so cute, so cute. And ink him. Now this obviously I can die cut because there are dies that I now have. So how is everyone? Are you all excited about the retiring list? Have you had a chance to look at it yet? Have you seen it? I know not everyone that's on here is a demonstrator, so not everyone may have seen it. I've also got the leaves, because I'm going to have some leaves. I'm going to have quite a few leaves for him to sit on. So let's have one set there. I'll do 3. I think I'll probably only use 2, but I think I'll do 3 just in case. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the one with the trunk sticking out, I think. That one. Because then I can die cut everything, not necessarily all at once, but do all my die cutting, and then I can do all my colouring. I will have to do a little fussy cutting, I accept that, but those of you who know me well know I enjoy a bit of fussy cutting. So let's get that out of the way. I want that. I don't need that for the moment. I need scissors for that. And I need scissors for this. Haven't seen it yet. Plan on checking it out today. Sounds fair. I had completely forgotten that the new Mini is available for demos. Because I earned the incentive trip for this year, well, last year for this year, I was on the virtual trip. So we got to see the catalogue, both the new Mini and the Celebration catalogue, early, so it kind of passed me by. That's the wrong set of dies. Those are the circles and shapes. I want the elephants. So we have got extra dies. We've got grass, we've got bows, we've got peanuts, and everything else is in the stamp set. So we've got butterflies and things like that. Ooh, ooh, do I want a butterfly? No, I'll live without a butterfly. Right, okay, so this is where the magnetic plate really gets words are hard. Really comes to the fore is what I was trying to say. Hello Shaz, I hope you're still feeling better, improving by the hour. So I've got the leaves. Right. Don't think I'll be able to fit the other elephant on at the same time, which is why I'm not bothering. Well, I'm not bothering because I know I've got to do the leaf a few times, so there is no point in trying to squeeze on more dies than I need to, bearing in mind I need to do more die cutting. More dyeing? Where have my words gone? You've just ordered the elephants. They are so cute. I knew that our DDM, our demonstrator development manager, it was, well, she should have given birth. I haven't heard. She was having a C-section, and I thought it was earlier this week, and I haven't heard whether it went well, whether it happened. Anyway, I want to send her a new family member card. Congratulations on the birth of. I think it's a girl. Hello, Brenton. You're in Bristol today. Ooh, you must be feeling a bit better then. Oh, I think I've moved my die. I did. Gonna have to stamp that again. I must have moved it with the plate, putting the plate on. So I will stamp it again. And I might die cut it. I might die cut. Where have my words gone? Will someone please tell me what is going on with my words? It's ridiculous. Hello, Deborah from Michigan. Right, let's see if I can make more success of die cutting this one. I might do the little butterfly while I'm at it. I haven't put the sticker on that yet, but I don't need the sticker just to stamp it. Getting it out of that pack would be good. Come on, you can do it. Yes, you can. And I need my baby block. In the air stamping. Oh, actually, I could fit that on this scrap here, couldn't I? There we go. Waste not, want not. Right, okay. Snips. Where did my snips go? That's not the pair I want, but if you could see the mess on my desk. I am still trying to send out my new team member packs. I'm nearly done. I've actually been I'm trying to be sensible and make a few extra cards because I use the same design for a number of things. So congratulations to team members for achieving things, welcome to the team, all sorts of things. You're feeling so much better, good. Just fatigue that comes out of nowhere. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, and I forgot to die cut the butterfly. Dear Lord. So yes, so I've been trying to do mass production of my team card, which I'm going to ask. So most of you know my passion for a certain flower. So I wonder if you can guess which stamp set I use for my team cards and just how pleased I was that it carried over to the new catalogue. Oh, right. That should be... Yes! New catalogue time, Brenton. It's gorgeous! Just saying. Just saying. But the only problem is, of course, we've only just, excuse me, had a new catalogue. So, do we really need another one just yet? Ah! Perfect for someone who's just become a grandparent. Absolutely perfect. Right, okay. After that appalling example of how not, well, it's a great example of how not to die cut. And I can't remember where they will go back, never mind. Let's at least put them in the right packet, shall we? So, yes, so which stamp set do you think I do my team cards with? Anyone want to guess? Grey granite, petal pink, yep, greens and yellows and things. No one's guessing, or is it just so obvious that you aren't? Let's get rid of that one, which is no good at all. Right, I'm going to do my colouring before... No, actually, Shaz, no. No. Has anyone seen my YouTube? Will start shortly. I'm going to use those and a green. I'm not going to use Parakeet Party. I think it might be a bit too in your face, so I'm going to use Granny Apple. Right, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is colour my elements. Sunflowers, yes, celebrate sunflowers. So my basic card is this, and I then stamp an appropriate thing here. So obviously this will be welcome to the team. But yes, celebrate sunflowers, cause we like sunflowers. Sunflowers are lovely. Yes, Candy. So I have lots of sunflower phrases on my mood board, my inspiration board, like, I never met a sunflower I didn't like, and I can say that of my lovely team. Some days you just have to create your own sunshine, and that's a picture of a girl with her face in a sunflower. So yes, multitasking while you watch sounds like a plan. So yes, I do like sunflowers. They are just such happy flowers. Right. Now I'm going to do these one at a time, only because if you try and do two at once, you will find that your ink will dry and won't blend as well. Now I am going to try and leave halos around some features because I want to put in some petal pink. I may need to add some Calypso coral as well, but definitely some petal pink. Ooh, that needs a shadow. Laundry day. Ooh, yeah. I try to do most of our laundry once a week. We are fairly frugal in our clothing, as in we don't change clothes too frequently. It's not like we go to work in one set of clothes and then change in the evening. We are both at home all day, so we tend not to have to worry about that. So I try to do all my laundry on one day, and I'll do things like, you know, the towels and the bed linen on one day and then the clothes on another. How can I do it all in one day then, would be the question, because I don't do it all in one day. I do it over a weekend, but I include Friday in the weekend. I try not to do laundry on a Sunday. Just feels wrong somehow. So this is not going to be, you know, amazing colouring. It's a cartoon-esque drawing, not a realistic drawing. So all I want to do is make sure that everything is blended nicely, as opposed to necessarily being terribly realistic. Right. So that's what I've got so far, and I've deliberately left the ear white at the moment, and I'm also going to add some petal pink to other bits. So I'm going to have the inside of the ear petal pink. I think they've used Calypso coral on the example. It may even be Flirty Flamingo. That's a bit too much for me. So the very end of the trunk is normally a bit pink, and around the mouth is normally a bit pink, and around the eye is normally a bit pink. Might have to blend those out a bit because I've now got a high tide mark. And then this, actually I wanted that in dark. It's getting quite wet. These are quite, I replaced my grey granite recently, so these are quite juicy, which can lead to over inking. That should be alright once it's dry. just add the tail, toenails. I think I need a bit more grey granite on the ear. It's a bit too pink for my liking. Right, so that's kind of where I am with that. It's not the best colouring I've ever done, but it's okay. So that's that one. Let's do this one. I think I'm going to start with the ears and work backwards. And I may even add my light petal pink at this point. It's the one thing I didn't get a chance to do when I went on holiday to Sri Lanka many years ago, and I was hoping to get the chance to see elephants straight up. How often do I replace my blends? Unhelpfully when I need to. So I tend to use certain colours more often than others. Sorry, this is the dark still. They get to the point where they almost squeak, and at that point I tend to order a new set, because it normally means that fairly soon after that they're going to dry out. What is sometimes a little unhelpful is that one will dry out before the other. So you may find that the light runs out before the dark, or vice versa. Now I just want to blend that petal pink in before the grey granite dries. And I'll do the same around the eyes. To try and be slightly more helpful, I would say, not often actually. I mean, I do quite a lot of colouring, and I don't think... When did we first get blends? I mean, colours like crumb cake I get through quite quickly, because they're kind of a fairly common colour for me to use. Daffodil Delight I get through quite quickly because of my team cards, but by quite quickly I would say I may replace them once a year, so not often. I mean, we're in a fairly temperate climate in the UK, so it's not as if we've got massively hot or massively cold temperatures, which could affect how quickly they evaporate, dry out. So shadow, and I just want to blend that. So yeah, I hope that was vaguely helpful. But I do find they last well. Right, ears. And let's just bring that grey in a bit, because they're a bit pink. Lid. And this isn't blended very well. Let's get that a little better. And then we need to do his toenails. Yeah, if this end in particular can get very squeaky. Let me see if I can What have I been thinking I need to replace? One of the soft suedes. It's the let me find a scrap. Ooh, there's a scrap. I think it's the light soft suede that's going a bit squeaky. Can you hear that? I mean, it's not too bad. What is quite bad, there's one. I've got two light smoky slates, and there you go. Hear that? That is what I mean by squeaky. So I have actually replaced this, but I keep it going until it really completely runs out, because at the moment it's still working a bit. This end's a bit easier, but yeah. So that's the squeak you've got to listen for. And I would say once it starts squeaking, order your next pair, because then it's got time to... Don't like that very much. Then it's got time to... you've got time to get it before it runs out. Okay. Right. So those are my elephants. Let's do some green. Don't think I need the grey anymore. I will need the petal pink. I think I'm going to just do, you know, some dark granny apple green and some light granny apple green. I'm not going to shade. This is the one that I didn't die cut particularly well. I'm still going to keep it because it may, you know, fill somewhere out. You did hear it, good. Whereas this is not making a noise at all. I mean, other than it's obviously being pushed across a piece of paper, but it's not making a squeak. Right, and then light for these. I'm going to do the outside and then come in with the thick end, because that will be quicker. Oh, it's blowing nicely. Actually, I might just see if I can be reasonably accurate with the thick end. I'm not very good with the thick end. I've seen people who are brilliant with the thick end, and I'm so not. I would say this one's beginning to go. It's all right, but this will probably be the next colour that I'll have to replace. Hello, Lorna. Right. Okay, so while I'm doing green, let's do some green. That leaf. I'm not worrying too much about the accuracy of this because it's going to be a background. She says, oh, what am I doing now? Dear, dear. Have to cover that up. Getting all carried away and colouring my flowers with green. Right, let's use some of the light. So Lorna, have you looked at the new catalogue yet? On the demo site? 'Cause it's gorgeous. Just saying. Right, I think I'm pink, therefore I'm spam. That's all of the green. And I'm going to do some light fresh freesia. Now, don't worry, I am not going to cut each individual flower out. I have a life too. I'm just going to cut round the around the outside of the shape. I may come in here a bit, but I am not underlined 3 times cutting round the individual flowers. I think I'll have to ignore the one I mistakenly coloured green. And then this is So Saffron. I'm going to be really classic and put dark in the middle of these flowers and light on the outside. Because why use your brain when you can just do what comes naturally? And then we can start putting our cards together. Oh, that's not good. Have you tried downloading it rather than looking at? I mean, I have to say I tend to use the not downloaded version. I use the flip through. If you're looking at the one that is the one which you flip through the pages on the screen, at the top left hand side corner there is a download button. It's quite well hidden underneath the Stampin' Up logo is all I would say, but I would certainly say it's well worth the effort. And the celebration, which I thought initially was not that exciting when I looked at it during the incentive trip, I take it all back. It's gorge. Right, okay. Butterfly, haven't done my butterfly. Flutterby, butterfly. Right, I'm going to do yellow. In fact, I could just colour the whole thing with light So Saffron and colour the splodges with dark So Saffron. That would be quicker, wouldn't it? Except the dark doesn't really show up. It'll be fine. It's only little. It's only a baddie. And a grey granite body. Right, okay. So, quick bit of fussy cutting. Let's find my decent scissors. Now, I know I've got the bouquet band there as well. I'm going to cover that up. That's what the leaves, the big leaves, are for. Ooh, I know what I want to do as well. There's one more bit of stamping and colouring I want to do. I don't know now. I'm thinking about it. I don't know why I die cut 2 circles. Hey ho. I think I was dreaming. So I'm just doing very rough fussy cutting. This is not, you know, minutiae fussy cutting. This is just rough, so it's not a solid piece. So we've got lots of people here that I haven't had a comment from. We don't bite, so if you're watching and you are able to leave a comment, you need to be logged into your Google account to leave comments, I think. But yes, if you are able to leave a comment, we love to hear from you. Know where you're from. what time of day you're watching, what you're up to, whether you're doing the laundry. Don't worry about that bit. Anyway, so that's what I've done. And I'll do the same with this one, ish. So as I say, not fussy cutting, just a bit. Yes, you're being terribly quiet. It worries me when you're quiet. Hello, Connie from Denmark. Ooh, another person from Denmark. I had someone else from Denmark earlier today. Or was it you? I don't think it was you. I think it was someone else. I'm just going to get rid of that because it's annoying me. So I was at the gym this morning, being Thursday, and our instructor has decided that we can stop using kettlebells now and use weights on bars, which is fine, apart from we were doing squats with weights on bars, but when you've got a weight on a bar, you have to put it on your shoulders. Could I get it over my head? No. Hello, Francis from North Carolina, and Amazing Me from sunny Austria. Hello, Amazing Me. So yes, she had to, there were a few of us actually who could deal with the weight once we had the weight on our shoulders. We just couldn't get it to our shoulders without necessarily taking our heads off. So, yeah. You're for the first time. Because I definitely had someone from Denmark on this morning, but welcome. Right, I'm going to do something a little scary because I forgot to do it earlier. So I will be doing some very quick colouring again because I want flowers on the circle to then cover up. You're chatting with a friend from Poland, using Google Translate, slow process. Yeah, that makes sense. JV's Hangout, just doing some channel surfing and stumbled across your channel. Just wanted to say hi. Hi, JV's Hangout. So, this is where I say I'm going to be a bit scary. It's going to be fine, everyone. Honest. Hello, Inez from Vermont. Never seen me live before. Well, here you are. Every Thursday, this sort of time, I am live, and I'm also live on a Tuesday morning, my time, so 11 o'clock Tuesday morning, and 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon UK time. I can be found hanging out here. So yes, that all looks a bit scary, doesn't it? But it's fine, because we're going to cover half of it up. But I'm very quickly, and I mean quickly, going to colour. And because we're going to cover quite a lot of it up, I'm being even less accurate than I was the first time round. Gosh, I'll be lucky if I get one card done, let alone two. I think once I'm actually making, it will all come together quite quickly. Hello, Angela. You've managed to catch us live as well. Yay! Well, for the rest of the month, sorry those of you who have been joining me regularly during the month, I've been doing randoms as well, so so that we can look at lots of new product from the new annual catalogue. I have been doing random lives every weekday. So as well as the regular Tuesday and Thursday, I've been going live randomly and even more so this morning. So yes, so if you subscribe, you can see when I go live. You get an email just letting you know. I think that's going to be covered. I'm not too worried about that. When I say I think it's going to get covered, it will get covered because I will cover it. Right, so just the splodges in the middle, although we could use them, leave them white. And I just noticed that I didn't colour those leaves. Not that I think they're going to show, but anywho. Right, okay. I'm not so great at art. Well, if you're a musician, I take my hat off to you. We use stamps, so it's not, you know, too difficult. Right, so I have got one of the pieces of paper from the host paper. There's masses in the host set, and I'm just going to cut a banner that is roughly the same, right, so 3 inches-ish. And I want this petal pink side as opposed to the Blackberry Bliss side. Don't think Blackberry Bliss is particularly childlike, but that might just be me. And I'm wondering if there's something I can use as a background. So this is all the paper that you get. It's gorgeous. Just say, ooh, I could use that, couldn't I? Why don't I use that? That will work because it's got flowers on. So it'll continue that floral theme. Right. And I'm going to do it on a basic white card base, nothing too exciting. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches, but I'm then going to cut it down to my usual size. Hello, Tammy. From Southern Texas. Haven't done this in a month of Sundays. Oh no! Recovering from COVID. Well, hopefully it's easy stuff while you're recovering from COVID. Not too stressful for you. It's fairly stressful for me, particularly when it took me forever to actually go live today. So I'm going to have that there. I'm going to have this coming down the middle bit with a whoops dearie. Ooh, I've even managed to cut it square. Ooh, I wonder if I've got the right number of squares. Might have to do some surgery. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. Ooh, maybe not. Right, anyway, I'm going to cut it down a bit. So I think I'm going to start at 4.5 inches because I can always cut more off. I can't hang it back on. Have fun, JV. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be about halfway, isn't it? It's going to upset me. I'll get over it. I will get over it. It's just I'm going to be cutting not at the same angle as the print. How sad am I? Right, one flag. So that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. And then we're going to build up our picture. Do I like that floral? Do I like that floral? Oh, thank you, Tammy. It has been a feast of lives, yes. You can always catch them on replay. I'm not convinced by that. I am not convinced. Let me see if there is another paper. Otherwise, I will simply... Oh, that'll work. That'll work. I think that might be better. Don't you love that I planned all this? Not. This is pool parsley, which works really nicely with petal pink. And again, I'm cutting it at 4 inches because it'll give me more options with the piece that's left. But I did not like all those flowers in the background. It was just too much. That's better. Prefer that. Right, okay, so first things first, let's stick that down. I'm going to worry most about that top edge, and I'm not going to worry about the bottom at all. And I'm going to go by eye, famous last words. Okay, let's get that stuck on our card front. And then we can build up our layers of elephant and foliage. Now you could, if you wished, cover the whole of the front of your card with paper and then bring this up to the top. Right, so I'm going to just place this for the moment. So this is what's going to go in the middle, but we're going to have extra layers. This is going to be an expensive card to put through the UK postal system, just saying. But I'm fine with that. Adhesive is buried under a light. You would not believe what my desk looks like. Come on, you're a new pot. You have glue in you. Thank you. I heard someone say, when on the fly, you're most creative. Oh, that's a lessons in creativity on the fly. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes when you do things just, you know, without pre-planning, they work best. So I'm sticking the band flat and just having more layers of flowers. And as I said, I'm covering an awful lot of them up. Possibly more than I had anticipated. Didn't really need another dimensional there, but it's fine. Not worrying about it. Right, so this is the one that went a bit weird. Let's use the other two first. So I want to cover up those bands, which I think I can do quite nicely just by sticking these on. I have got my elephant still to go on, of course. Yeah, I don't think I'll need the other. Remember, you've got the elephant to go on still. Right, so I'm going to put a dimensional strip first, because that's going to a flat thing, and then I think I'm just going to put glue on the back, because this is already raised up. So if I add a bit of glue, a little bit of glue, and pop him there. And then, actually, I'm just going to, before I put that down solid, is put down solid even good English? No. Before I put that down properly, I'm going to just trim off these badly die-cut leaves, and off you come. That's better, huh? Right, don't need that, don't need that. And then I'm going to pop the whole thing up on dimensionals. Like I said, expensive to post. And used more bling than Bruno. Oh, Candy, that's wonderful. Yes, more bling than Bruno uses dimensionals. Bruno does know how to use dimensionals. Right, so I have got some actual dimensionals still in one piece, so I'm going to kind of put those down as bits that attach, where there are bits that kind of hang over the edge. That could do with a just going to go there. And then sentiment wise, we have got a stamp set would be good. Where have I buried it? I have there it is, completely buried it. I'm going to do a sweet little one, I think. No, I'm going to do What a Happy Day, which hasn't got a sticker on it either, but that's fine. Suddenly realise I have D blocks left, which is a little large. Right, this is where I'm going to try and stamp straight. Visualize the words. I'm going to go grey granite. Don't think that's straight. Nope, let's try again. Let's use the emergency side. Not convinced this is straight. Gone the other way. Just as well, I've got lots of little bits left. Okay, so I went that, so let's try that. Okay, one more for luck, and if this doesn't go straight, so that was too far up that way. If this isn't straight, I'm going to cut one down. Okay, it's just going to be like that. It's fine. It's fine. And then I am going to do one very, very quick last card. I say last card, second card. Could you believe it? Right. Okay, where's my mini glued, my mini dimensionals? Where did I put my... There they are. Buried. Right. It's not brilliantly straight, but it's not too bad. And I'm going to have that. Yeah, I think actually I am going to have it going all the way to the edge of my card. Ooh, I need a second dimensional under there because it's got got a dimensional underneath the thing that I've stuck half of it to. Oh, my streaming rate has dropped. I hope it's okay for everyone. Can you still see me? Because my streaming rate apparently has dropped. So if you could let me know, I would be very grateful. Right, really quick second card, which was going to use this, still going to use this, and a tent fold the other way. Good, thank you, Lorna. I just got a warning on my system telling me that the stream rate was low. I've lost my... Couldn't make it up, could you? Good, excellent. Right, so I've got this random piece also of the host set paper, which has got this pattern on the other side, and I'm just going to use this across the middle of the card, and I do mean the middle. Seal, where have you gone? I can find Seal Plus. There it is, underneath the stamp set. So I'm just going to run some seal across so that hopefully it's long enough to go off the edge. Line my card up. I'm going to go up rather than down. And then I'm going to trim the edges off. Thank you everyone for letting me know it's still good. Oh, it's come back and said excellent condition now. So it's obviously had a little hissy fit. But I do get worried when it suddenly goes, warning! While I was cleaning up my craft area, I discovered the practice of adding a couple of packs of dimensionals in practical lyrics every order. Yes. Well, because I stock adhesive so that my customers can buy it direct from me, it glitched at your end for a moment but fixed itself. Thank you, Brenton. That was obviously when it had its little hissy fit. So yes, I stock pretty much all of the... That's annoying. Pretty much all of the... Nope. Finishing a sentence would be great, wouldn't it? All of the adhesives. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, so I'm going to have that. So I do have a lifetime supply. So I'm going to have that walking across and I'm going to do something that may or may not work. May or may not work. I'm going to take the butterfly off and put the peanut on. And I'm thinking if I stamp the peanut, I can then have the elephant holding it. Predictive. Yes, predictive text is wonderful. So I'm thinking, yes. Right, okay. So we know peanuts are crumb cake, obviously. So I'm going to stamp, preferably without putting my fist in the crumb cake ink pad, a crumb cake peanut. Now, because I'm on a circle, I have quite a margin for error here, because then I can have him holding his peanut. And I am going to use light crumb cake to just colour that in, which does bleach out the stamped image a little, but it's still obviously a peanut. And then, so this is going to be a really quick card, as you can tell, because we are, you know, running over a little. It's fine. Nope, need half that. well, I need both bits, but I need them in. I need it in 2 pieces. I need 1 piece. No, actually no, just the 1 piece will be fine. Okay. No, the idea is that you stay there, and I just take your backing off. I don't want the whole thing off, just the backing. Stick. Thank you. More haste, less speed. Right. So, peanuts. That's that. So that's going to then go on there. We need to give him something to walk on. So I'm going to just scribble a surface for him to walk on. Because he's got legs, he needs to be in something not in the middle of air. Oh, dimensionals last forever. And then all I need is a sentiment. Ooh. I'm having a think. I'm pink, therefore I'm spam. No, I'm just going to make it very simple. It is going to have a sentiment. It's going to say friends forever. Let's see if I can stamp that one straight. Like that's going to happen. And this time I'm going to stick with grey granite. Let's try and keep the number of green lid glue. I love green lid glue. It's my favouriteest glue ever. Straight. I mean, seriously, it's straight. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's just put it on the card. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so those of you who are interested in adhesives, you may have noticed that I'm doing a, I haven't stuck this on yet, I'm doing a series on adhesive on my Top Tip Tuesday. I stopped because I'm having issues overseas. I think I've missed something in this conversation. I'm not quite sure what it is that has been having issues overseas. But I can look back. Thank you. I don't know quite who the friend forever is, but... Right, so I have this thing. You either have your... It's not straight, actually. And now it's bent. It's either got to be close or far away, and it's far away. Now, polished dots. Not carrying over. So I'm going to use some. In fact, I'm going to use some on both. So I'm going to use clear on this one. So that's a large one there. I'll not put it near his behind. I'll just pop it, or I might pop it just there. And I do want a third one, but I don't want it to be near his behind. I think I'll just pop it there, because if I put it near his behind, it might look a little, you know. Ooh, one flew off. There we are. So this one I might have quite a few on. So I always like odd numbers. My brain likes odd numbers so much better than even numbers. Get rid of the fluff. So that's 4, so I need another one. So I'll have one. Ooh, we can have one just there. Phew, just over the hour. But there we go. So we've got a little girl's one, but actually it could be either, because we've got Bluey in the background, and then we've got, again, could be either really, but yeah, 2 quite different, very quick and simple, less so. Love the simplicity of the card. Sometimes quick and simple is just what you need to. Absolutely. Oh, you had issues getting green lid glue? We did in Europe for a while, yes. One time long ago I ran out of dimensionals. Oh, you never want to run out of dimensionals. Never. I think the habit to get into is a bit like with blends, is when you think something's running out, or when you open a new packet, check that you've got a replacement, and if not, order it or put it on your next order. So there we go. Hence the order overload. Absolutely. Right, let me just flip the camera up, if I can get my mouse to work. There we go. So I can say goodbye properly. Because you know me, I like to say goodbye properly. So, thank you very much for joining me today. Sorry it was a bit of a stop-start if you were trying to get on live before we finally succeeded. But it was an interesting start to the live experience for me this afternoon. So thank you very much indeed for that. I will post this on my website soon. I've got some admin I need to do tomorrow, and that's what comes under the heading of admin. So I will get that sorted out. I will be live at some point tomorrow, obviously, because it's Friday. It won't be the morning, because we've got people. It'll either be very, very early in the morning. Thank you, Judith. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Lorna. Tammy. Everyone, thank you. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up is always welcome. If you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Tomorrow will either be before 11 o'clock UK time, because we've got people coming over for coffee. They were invited for tea, but hey. Or it'll be in the afternoon. Thank you, Brenton. So, yes, thank you very much indeed. If you're watching on the replay, comments, questions below the description bar. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon, I hope. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.